So being able to build a fan base literally means the difference between being a struggling, irrelevant artist and being a well-known, thriving artist with influence and impact. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a fan base, even if you're starting from scratch. So let's get to it. Hey, and welcome to Music Space, where we help working musicians just like you learn how to quickly and easily make a living with your craft. So if you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded. So you want to share your talent with the world, and you understand that building a fan base is important to what you do as an artist. You look around on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all of these other social media sites, and you see other artists with, all of these followers, tens and thousands of followers, and you think to yourself, hell, I want that too. But how do you do it? Well, look, I know that with all of these people seemingly getting all of these followers and becoming influencers and stuff overnight, it seems like it's a really easy thing to do. But I'm going to tell you the truth. It actually is pretty easy. But it's probably going to take more time than you think. Now, before you get discouraged and all, I'm just explaining to you that the sort of overnight success stories that you see on social media and other sites and things is probably something that most of us are not going to experience in the way that we want. You have to keep in mind that for every one overnight success story that seems to happen, there are literally thousands of other success stories that happen much more slowly. And a lot of it depends on your particular goals as an artist. You should be looking to set a goal of 1,000 true fans. And this is something that I've discussed before, but if you don't know what that is, 1,000 true fans is basically a concept that describes a short path to success by gaining 1,000 true fans. And a true fan is described as a fan who is willing to give you a minimum of about $100 per year for anything that you do, anything that you put out, your merch, your CDs, or whatever the case may be. And doing the math on that, basically what you have is 1,000 people paying you $100 per year, giving you $100,000 per year, which by most measures is successful, especially for us artists and musicians. So I'm going to break down a simple 5-step system that you can follow to start building your fan base today. Now, right before we jump in, I want to let you know about my free ebook that you can download right now. Now, this ebook will give you 10 proven tips that you can start following today to make more money as an artist or a musician. And again, it's completely free, and you can find the link to download it in the description of this video. Okay, so the first step in this system is you need to get clear on your goals. Now, this is extremely important, and it's the one step that most people skip over, and it's the biggest reason why most people fail. You have to get clear on what it is you're trying to achieve, because that clarity will give you clues as to how you need to approach that goal. One of my favorite books of all time is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where author Stephen Covey makes the point that you should begin with the end in mind. And that's what this strategy is about. That's what this tip is about. It's about having that clarity of the end goal in mind so that you know you're on the right path when you're going down a particular path. There's a saying that if you don't know where you want to go, any path will take you there. So get clear and specific on your goals. So how many fans do you want to have? How much money do you want to make? Like, what's the actual number? How many CDs or singles or EPs do you want to sell? How many lives do you want to impact? These are the types of goals that you have to get clear on up front when you're building a fan base, so that you know you're going down the right path and getting the right people into your fan base that will support you on that journey. Now, I'm telling you, that's a fire tip. It's going to hold so much weight in building your fan base. So look, if you're getting value out of this video so far, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on this video, because that lets me know that you appreciate this content, and it lets me know what type of content to make for you in the future. All right, and following right in line with that tip, the next tip is make your goals public. Now, I know you're saying, Terrence, how does making my goals public help me build my fan base? Well, I'll tell you. The way that this helps is it's the thing that starts the ball to rolling and growing your fan base. So imagine this. You're in a stadium of about 50,000 people, and all of these 50,000 people are trying to get attention from other people. All of these 50,000 people are holding up CDs and projects and saying, hey, look at me. Look at what I can do. So What is the first thing you need to do to get the ball rolling to get attention from outside people? The thing you do is you make your goals public. When you stand up in front of that stadium of people and you say, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I'm about, this is my end goal, and this is, my whole thing, this is my why of why I'm doing this, you're automatically going to get people paying attention to you that resonate with you, because they're going to be people like you in that stadium that say, oh, hey, he or she is just like me. Maybe I can follow them. This is why you make your goals public. You see how this is starting to work? Now, that stadium of 50,000 people I'm talking about is directly analogous to what happens in our music industry. There is hundreds and thousands of artists saying, hey, this is my project, this is my CD, give me attention. So you understand what you're competing with. And also, making your goals public holds you accountable to those goals as well. So when you announce something like, I'm going to release a CD in December, people start to expect that CD to come out in December. And if that's not enough benefit already, think about the benefit of when you make your goals public and, people start to keep you in mind for what you do in your services. So when you announce on Facebook or Instagram, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, and you have a person out there that's, oh, I know somebody I can connect this person with that may help them. That gives them that opportunity to do that. And if you don't make those goals public, nobody will ever know that that's what you're trying to do. So they'll be less inclined to help. And I'm telling you, I understand that this doesn't seem like a clear, direct path to building a fan base, but I'm telling you from experience, from my own experience and helping others with this, this is a core strategy in building your fan base. So you got to make your goals public. Now, the next strategy is you have to create valuable content around what you do. Now, the thing to understand about this is that what you're trying to do when you're building a fan base is not just have a bunch of fans to where you're here and the fans are here and, they support you and that's just a one-way street. What you're trying to do is create a value relationship between you two. So you give them value and they support you. That's the core of building a fan base. That's what a fan base is about. And that relationship starts with you giving value first. So you create valuable content that, your potential fans may like. You give them value, they start to support. You create value, you give value, they start to support more. And this thing keeps happening. This sort of give and take and give keeps happening. And it becomes a win-win situation for all parties involved. They're getting what it is they want and you're getting what it is that you want. That's the fan-artist relationship that you're trying to create. And the great part about this value thing is that it's not something that you have to give physically. Like you don't have to give them money and then they give you money type of thing. It's this thing to where you create value in what you do and it's perceived value where they're getting something from you and then they're giving you something for what they're getting. So if you play the piano, if you play the guitar, if you sing, if you whistle or whatever, you can create that as a value proposition to give people to where they will give you things in return. They will give you support. They will give you money. They will buy your CDs, your merch, and all of that kind of stuff. This is the value relationship that I'm talking about. So one way you want to do this is start posting on social media regularly. So, post bite-sized clips of you playing the piano, guitar, singing, or whatever the case may be, so that people can, gain knowledge about what it is that you do, and they see the value in what you do. They see your hard work. They look at it and say, oh man, that must have taken a lot of years to learn how to do this way, or, whatever the case may be. You start posting those things. Post, videos of you playing gigs, short videos, 15, 30 seconds of a gig, so that people say, oh, this person plays for this type of stuff. They play this type of music, and then they start to resonate with those things and they start to see the value in what it is that you offer. And one thing that I talk about in the free ebook that I just told you about that you can download in the description of this video is the concept of not sharing your talents on social media for free. But one of the things I talk about in that same tip is that you have to share bite-sized, sort of samples of what it is that you do so that people can, again, see the value in it. You have to wet their whistle, so to speak, and again, give them these sort of bite-sized tastes so that they understand what it is that they're getting and they understand the value that you have. And this is something that's called a value proposition, and it can be done in 1,000 different ways. I just gave you an example of doing it in a video, but you have to create valuable content around what you do in order to start building your fan base. Okay, so the next tip is you can build your fan base through contests and giveaways. Now, this is something that follows from the previous tip of creating valuable content. One of the things that you can do in creating valuable content is create contests and giveaways. This is a really great way to jumpstart fan engagement and get eyes on what you do as an artist. And it has the benefit of helping you determine the likes of your fans and your audience. And the way that this works is you can do something like a live concert on, say, Facebook. And when you announce that concert, you announce that you're going to give away a particular thing. So you can give away something like an Amazon gift card or a gas card or a prepaid Visa card, anything like that that you can give away. And then that gets people interested in coming to your live concert. So then you have the potential to, have eyes on what it is that you do so that you can show people what it is that you do and then they get interested. So in this case, basically what you're doing is using the giveaway as sort of a vehicle or a funnel to get more people into your concert so that you have more eyes on what it is that you do. And of course, having more eyes gives you the potential to, reach more people and get more people engaged in you and become a true fan. And what you can do with the contest is do something like have a contest where people can pick your album cover for you. So say you're getting ready to do a project and you just did a photo shoot and you want to choose between some pictures and stuff like that. You can have people vote on that like during your live concert. And it doesn't even have to be a live concert. You can just post it on Facebook or something like that and have people vote on, which one they like more. And again, that gets eyes on people talking about what it is that you do. And of course, you can do something like the result of that vote be like, you put all of the names of the people who voted into a pile and choose, 10 of them to give a free CD to when you finish it. And that's how contests and giveaways work. They serve this purpose again as this sort of vehicle to drive eyes and attention on what it is that you do as an artist. Now, after that, the next tip is you have to keep in touch with your fans. Now, I alluded to this earlier, but what happens in most cases is a lot of artists try to create this relationship where they're here and the fans are here. And it's this one-way communication thing where the fans are basically doing the communication, they're doing the supporting and all of this kind of stuff. And it's minimal coming from here. What you want to do is you want to establish a relationship with your fans, and you have to do that by keeping in touch with them. It's like when you first meet someone you're interested in and you want to build a relationship with them. You don't just call them like once a month or once every 2 months. No, you keep in touch with them so that you build that relationship and that relationship grows. That's essentially the same thing you're trying to do with the artist and fan relationship. So even if you have all of the other steps that I've talked about so far in place, if you don't implement this, it's almost for nothing because you have this sort of one-way street and fans are just going to fall off. They're not going to be interested in you as an artist. And the most proven effective way to keep in touch with your fans is through an email list. Email has continuously proven to be the most effective strategy in keeping in touch with people, keeping in touch with fans, and building a relationship with them. Now, as with any relationship, you're going to have to figure out the frequency of that contact between you and your fans. You have to figure out the frequency. So it may be once a week, it may be twice a week, it may be twice a month, but whatever it is, it has to be consistent. That's the thing you want to go for, consistency. And you want to get personal with your fans and share your story. You want to share how you got to be an artist, how you got to the point you are today. Share the struggles that you've had. These are the types of things that relate to people and keep them connected to you and make them stay true fans. And again, what this is about is cultivating that relationship with your fans that you build. It's no longer the case where you can be the artist here and the fans are here and they're giving you all of the support and, that's a one-way street. You're trying to close that gap and get this relationship tight where, they want to continue to support you as an artist. They want to see you succeed. That's the definition of a true fan. And you do that by keeping in contact with them. So question for you. Have you tried to build your fan base yet? If you have, what are some of the things that you've tried that's worked for you? And if you haven't, what's holding you back? Like, what are the struggles that you're having that's keeping you from building your fan base? Jump down in the comments and let me know. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that. And listen, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And here are some other videos that you can watch right now.